First, I'm going to open the Star Wars project. Here's the project when you first open the window. You've got your palette of colors on the left and your image on the right. You can zoom in using Command plus and zoom out using Command minus. You can scroll down and scroll across using the sidebars. Here's the palette of colors. If you expand it, you'll be able to see that there are DMC thread colors with the amount of stitches used in the project and the colors listed. If you highlight stitches of the color, it'll show you where it is located. If you click flash the stitches, it'll flash where that color is located. You have to deselect highlight and you can see where those colors live. Again, it's processing the green and the white. If you need to delete a thread, you go to Remove Active Thread from the palette. Highlight the color and choose Remove Active Thread. To create the written pattern, go to Tunisian Crochet. Here you can choose a variety of options. Click on Do Nothing. If you're left-handed, choose left to right, and if you're right-handed, choose right to left. You want to have it show the thread name. I manually changed the yarn name to be the thread name. It makes it easier when reading the pattern. Select top to bottom or bottom to top. In this case, I'm going to do top to bottom. Now you can generate a text file or a PDF. Open the text document, and here you can see here's the written pattern. You can see all the colors are listed in stitching order. Next, export as a PDF if you haven't already. Save it to your hard drive and keep all of your files saved to the same location. Open the PDF, and here you can print or take a picture with your phone so that you can take it on the go. Once you're done, you can export as a stitched view and then view it in preview. When you zoom in, you can actually see all the little pixels that you colored. When you export out as a stitched view, you actually get a really interesting picture, and if you zoom right in, you can see the stitches. You can also see how your pixels line up in the staircase format. And here you have a finished stitched view piece, and a written pattern. If you like my YouTube videos, please subscribe and also visit Facebook at Crochet a Graph. When working with color tones, it's great to have a variety of ideas and choices when it comes to shades. Here are different layouts of colors that I think are fantastic for giving that beautiful hue to a project. Using a new image of Daffy Duck, I'm going to show you from start how to achieve this result. Open your image using Preview. Click Command-I to get the information palette. Go up to Tools, Adjust Size. Let's change this resolution to 150 pixels per inch, and then in the other width and height, let's change it to pixels. This is a good size right here. Next, click OK. Your size has now been resized. If you zoom in, you can see all the pixels on the edges. Now you have two images. You want to duplicate the image that you've edited. We're also going to make a grayscale copy. This is in case you want to make a grayscale image. It can be used on any photograph. Double-click and open the image in Preview. Go to Adjust Color and go to the saturation bar. Bring it all the way down to 0. You'll see the color disappears. If you want to use sepia tones, this is a great one to use, and you can have different tones. You can choose the tint bar and change it to different color schemes. You can also set the temperature and change it to different other schemes. This is a great palette to use if you need to make any kind of adjustments to your image. Now we will save it as grayscale. Go and open MaxStitch. Click on New, choose OK. Go Import Export, Advanced Image Import, browse for an image. Go to the image of Daffy Duck that we just created in low res. Here's the window that pops open. Scroll down, this gives you all the thread colors. You want to pick DMC threads. Make sure that the chart width, the height, and the width are the same measurements. Choose 4 stitches per inch. Maximum colors, you want to pick about 10. Deselect Dither, click on Preview, and there it shows your image. That looks pretty good. Hit OK. And now here's your picture. Here's the palette of the colors, and you can see all the stitches. You can zoom in and you can see that you can either paint by just dragging the mouse. You could select each square and just keep clicking the color. You also want to make sure that it's using the staircase method. And what I mean by that is that every block is joining. It's very hard to use bobbins when you're making colors go in a diagonal line. Now there's all these other little colors that should be white but aren't. So we're going to go in and we need to identify them, remove them, and reduce them. I'm flashing the color to where it belongs, and then I can make the determination that those should be black. I'm going to go and choose black. Now all of those highlighted are black. I'm going to go and find another color. Do the same thing. Zoom out so you can see all the locations of the other colors. You may have to click this a couple of times just for it to refresh. Now all of those areas look like they should be white, except on the tongue. I'm going to replace that with white. And now those areas have been colored. Now this is an easy way to replace the threads. But what really needs to be done is now those three white colors need to be reduced into one. And I'll show you in a minute how I do that. Right now I am just checking for staircase effect and touching up little pieces. I'm examining what needs to be done to the image. Only upon assessment can you really determine it. And now I'm going to color in with the golden brown. This is a great highlight color. And through process of elimination, I have to replace the colors down to the fewest possible yet effective. Now I have to take these colors that are listed more than once and combine them so that they're only one. What I want to do is take one of the colors and replace it with a bright color that doesn't even exist in the pattern. For this situation, I'm going to use lavender because that's going to stand out to me. Now I'm going to select the color that I want to use, and I'm going to go in, zoom in, and find all the lavender squares and color them this golden brown. I'm going to select the stitch key, and I'm going to fill in all the lavender squares. Once they're filled in, I'm going to also check that they have that staircase effect. See how everything has to be a staircase? And I kind of want the colors to join in a staircase format because it will make the bobbins easier to handle. And I go stitch by stitch, color by color, in the process of elimination until all of the colors have been painted, the palette looks good, the image looks good, and then I'll be ready to create a written pattern.